See soldiers brought into the relief effort. The district.
The bamboo river and the water comes from a gully over there, and it comes from across from Myris. You know where Myris is?
Are you operator, sir? Young gonna try a thing, you know, so we can assist. Hold on, Mr. Shaw. Yeah, man. Ah, it's all over. From a constituency. Yeah, I have no tree damage, you know. So. Yeah. Yes, man. Yeah. Man bowling.
Yeah, man.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, man. From Augustone years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. From Peeblemon years.
Okay.
Gina Barrett and them guys from up. Yes, man.
Well, my wife come from Augustone.
So me here.
Bryce Road. 19 Bryce Road.
Well, me live at 11 Bryce Lane. When you go down there.
Yeah.
When you call Duppy Lane.
Yeah, Duppy Lane, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I know them places very well, man.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, man.
Best.
Thank you, Uncle.
Andy.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
all
Andy.
the best, my brother.
All right. Bless you.
Long time coming. One of the best canvassers we have.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah. But he's here alone.
Yeah. Lose a leg. And this one going now. With the diabetes? No. Poor circulation. We're
trying to do because he's here alone.
Yeah.
We want to put him down that.
So it's Friday, 2 days after Hurricane Beryl swept over the southern sections of Jamaica, and I'm down here at Portland Cottage Beach, and the devastation is frightening. Obviously, many boats have been damaged, boat engines, the shops and the shots on the beach have been destroyed, many of them, nets and pots destroyed. This is the livelihood of the people. The economy of southern Clarendon has really been terribly impacted by the closure of Money Musk, and really there's been nothing to replace it. So fishing is a major source of people's income. So just driving here through the communities of Portland Cottage, we have seen terrible devastation. Many houses are without roofs. Some elderly people, others with children are suffering now with this. And of course, there's no electricity. I'm not seeing any evidence of JPS. I've been driving through the communities. Nothing. Okay. At this point, I think regular visitor water trucks would be the first stop. I mean, they have some tanks here. I think they also need to distribute some water tanks to people. But, you know, the supply of water is critical. I'm not sure what the general arrangements of water are in the community. If they normally get NWC water. Yeah. So, I mean, they really just need the electricity system to be working so the water supply can chip in as well. But in the meantime, water needs to be trucked here so that people can get water. Yeah.
Dozens of JPS poles are done. Do you think this may take days, even months, to put together?
It depends on the level of effort that's put behind it. So if there's not sufficient resources put behind the reconstruction of the grid here, then yes, it's going to take a long time. But if it's fully resourced with the adequate push behind it, and as I said, I would think where we are now, we're going to need external help to make this happen quickly. it can be done more quickly.
We can pull off and make it empty. I would again pull what size is it? 18,000 or 15. 15 no, we want that in the salt. But as I say, water we in the salt. We did salt from before. We know say we did salt in them, but Sergio did just try and think that we use it. But now,
so you use it all the while?
Yeah, people use it all the while. I'm bathing stand the ground and they look back at this, wash stand around the same way. Come around here, say you wash up. We washed up the round and the bathroom around here.
We are in Alligator Pond today, section of the community called Compound. We've visited the Top Bay section before, Top Hill, and the devastation up there is very bad. And around here, they've had 2 houses completely destroyed, including Nicolette's here, and also an ackee tree fell on a house. Generally, a lot of damage. Fishermen have lost their investments in their fish pots, and you know, there's no electricity, so they can't actually continue fishing now anyway, because there's nowhere to store the fish when they catch them and keep them chilled. So this is an area which is going to need a lot of attention, you know, where it's that time when Jamaica needs to pull together. And we, you know, 4 days after Beryl, today is what, Sunday, you know, we want to see the role of the JDF in the aftermath of the disaster is something which, you know, we would like to see soldiers brought into the relief effort, the distribution and so on, the clearing of roads and what have you. And JPS, I mean, when they finish their assessment, there are such significant areas of line damage that, again, I reiterate that we should really reach out to, you know, overseas countries and power companies and see if they can assist us with some human and other resources to just get up and running again more quickly. Because the economy is going to be hit hard if we don't get up and running again quickly. So it's important that we take those steps early.
I think the JPS might have to recast the way they do things in terms of the infrastructure.
I would say that there's signs that the infrastructure is not very resilient. Some of the poles seem to have been very vulnerable. Even concrete poles that don't seem to have been adequately anchored in the ground.
Asking for increased presence of the security forces because of the protracted period of electricity outage. A lot of them don't have functioning alarm systems because the batteries have gone down. You know, the place is dark at night. And we saw in Longville Park, for example, the case of the ATM being stolen and the hardware broken into. And I think there's real fear in the business community, particularly small and medium-sized businesses who can't afford continuous duty generators, that there will be increased incidents of break-ins to their warehouses and so on. So we're really calling, we would have expected a visible mobilization of the military, for example, to assist the police in patrolling these areas with no electricity.
our fish man I see.
And how much will I make one fish man?
Well, I roll a wire card for 20,000 right now. You get stick and beer.
So one roll per man pot?
No, 6 pack. We can't do
one roll. Okay.
6 pack.
Alright. And then you have, what else you use?
We use get my stick. Yeah, a couple of stick cards, $1,500. Buy a rope, nail and this one, and pay for it. Cut it down and fit it up, stick it. And pay some other man's tight up for bring and see yourself. So I hold it for last, man. Hold it for last.
So how much pot is one man with a
Some man have 100.
That's good. 100 pot.
like $500,000 worth of pot then.
Yes, man.
Big
Hold it,
business, you know.
Yeah.
Hold it, man. Hold it. And then we now have no electricity to work right now, so we have to use a labor.
Yes.
No,
Now you have to store the
fish.
Yes, no fishing.
Everything gone.
Whenever we have heavy rainfall for at least an hour, this road is flooded. And with what Beryl came with, this is the result. It was worse off 2 days ago. Some of the water is dissipating at the moment, so tall vehicles can go through.
So I think they should open this road.
No, trust me.
Yeah.
Long term,
Yeah.
this stretch here could be like a treasure beach for Manchester. If your road is maintained, it has beautiful vistas along the way.
And it's it's much shorter.